traveling to our right across the radio dial and across your video screen here tonight. Ledgers coming back to our left. CWC in the dark blue uniform. Springs in their white home uniform. Starting it off, Crusaders with the basketball. Working it right in front of us. Tooney has it cutting weak side. Braskamp off the window and in.
Nice pass right away to start it off.
Braskamp scoring down low. And 2-0 CWC. Across the timeline with it, Ottery. He'll bang to Neese, back to Ottery, high on the right-hand side. Now back over to Neese, high on the left-hand side. They reverse sides, go back to Ottery. Now flips it up top, Gellings. Here comes Neese, Trey, splash. Corey Neese.
That's the guy you got to put a hand in his face. Corey Neese can heat up real fast.
Corey Neese takes a Ledger lead at 3-2. 45 seconds into the basketball game. Hunter Braskamp has got it high on the left-hand side. Pivoting it around from the left wing. He'll dish it down to Cody Zonnefeld. Tooney sets a screen for Zonnefeld, looking for Tooney to give it go inside the lane. Here, Zonnefeld bangs out, no. Rebound taken by Tooney inside. Pump fake, driving, kicking, travel. Tooney traveled with it. The basket went in. However, turnover there, first of the game.
That looked like an and one all day long, but just happy feet down low, and that's a big swing call there.
Here's Ottery crossing the line with it. He'll flip it to Gellings. Gellings now back to Neese. Thought about a three double team. Now flips it way across court. Looks to Ottery. Shot. Ottery from the corner in front of the iron. No. Taken by Zonnefeld. Zonnefeld for the Crusaders will set up the half-court set here. Minute and a half in. 3-2 Springs. Hunter Braskamp with it now. He'll feed DeYoung. Touches it for the first time. Now DeVries now on the right-hand side. Tooney. Tooney left side. Zonnefeld inside to DeYoung. And a foul is called on the floor. Minute and a half in, 3-2 Ledger lead on your scoreboard. If you are viewing tonight's action, you can shoot us an email, nickr@wfdl.com. We'd love to hear from you. And Owen Tooney will touch now for the Crusaders. And nice cut by Zonnefeld. Zonnefeld scores there. Springs, nobody went with him on the baseline, Chuck, and he cut right in.
That's two big-time assists here in the first three possessions. Tooney finding the open man with ease out there early.
Ottery whips it inside to Gellings. Here's Brennan from a three-point range. No. And we got a foul called underneath, and it's going to go against Central Wisconsin Christian, and I think that's going to be on Braskamp.
A little bit too much aggression down low in the painted area, and his man left his feet for sure. Springs
to inbound. Here's Colin Ottery finds Corey Neese from the corner as DeVries steps out on him. They flip it to Hintz, who touches now. Back over to Ottery. Ottery whips it around. Brendan now with the basketball. Flips it. Ottery inside looking. Nice pump fake driving inside. As Gellings underneath. Good ball fake. Good move. Gellings to the free throw line.
Good job by Ottery drawing another defender toward him and then finding the man that he actually drew toward him to make sure that he was able to get to the hole, draw the foul, and now a couple of free throw chances.
Gellings at the line. He connects on the first free throw. Luke Gellings is a 61% free throw shooter. He'll earn the second one here, get the second one. Shooting foul on the way, and that one is no good. And there for the rebound is Cody Zonnefeld. Zonnefeld push tempo ahead. Move the Crusaders down the court. Zonnefeld goes inside the lane, throws it up and under. No good. Rims out. Rebound tipped around, taken back by Springs. Here's Ottery. They go 2-on-2. Corey Neese will go ahead. Neese now gets slowed up and he'll pass it over to Ottery. Ottery, right wing, flips it down to Corey in the corner. Trey bangs out. No. Taken back by Springs. Here's Hintz down the right side of the lane. Hintz up the window. No. Tip in. Rebound doesn't go either. Now an outlet pass up ahead to Zonnefeld. Zonnefeld looks it up and under. Cody for the racket in.
So quick. It seemed like he took 5 steps and he was on from one free throw line to the other, coast to coast.
Quick down the court. Here's Ottery. Corey Neese has got the basketball. He'll flip it to the right wing. Colin Ottery touches to Hintz to the free throw line. Back to Corey Neese. Flips it. 10-footer. Bangs out. Rebound taken. Loose ball by Gellings inside the lane. Gellings up and in.
Big-time play, and those offensive rebounds are going to be huge tonight. That was a big-time rebound and a big-time opportunity right there.
Gellings and Neese each have 3 for the Ledgers. 6-6 ball game. About 3 minutes into the contest here from the ledge. Cody Zonnefeld has got it high on the left-hand side. Zonnefeld now will look around to DeVries. DeVries inside. The baseline kicks it over to Braskamp. Braskamp will try his way, and he got fouled. Hunter Braskamp got fouled there. Nice job of putting a ball fake in, and DeVries finding Braskamp across the near side, and non-shooting foul. Kurt Miller comes in. Ricky Stagbauer comes in for Springs as well.
Going to get Colin Ottery with that foul there. That's 2 fouls apiece for both teams now.
They find Tooney, and they didn't. Out of bounds, they'll reset. Crusaders ranked number 10 in the state in D5. They dropped out of the rankings for a couple of weeks. The Crusaders in the Trailways North fell to Oshkosh Lourdes twice and Randolph. A couple of tough contenders there. Cody Zonderfeld to get it in. Got to get it in. They find the end line, out of bounds. Crusader turnover. Tunis Van Buren is in for Central Wisconsin Christian now. Again, Stagbauer, Hintz, Neese, Miller, Ottery on for the Ledgers. DeYoung, Van Buren, Braskamp, Zonderfeld, and Tooney in for the Crusaders. Here's Hintz inside, and he walked. Traveling call in the paint. Turnover, Springs, Crusader basketball.
First 2 turnovers of the ball game on these last 2 possessions. Had the out-of-bounds play for Central Wisconsin and then the walk there for St. Mary Springs.
Springs JV won 77-22 earlier tonight before this varsity contest. Tooney's got a top of the key. He'll go to Van Buren, stripped away by Corey Neese. Neese going down the side. Neese and in, and the foul, and the basket counts.
Big-time play. He did it all himself there. Pickpocket, picked it up, kind of threw it out in front of him just a couple of steps to avoid that travel, and he got a little bit more room, able to get 2 blue shirts right there for him. But he hits it, and he's going to the line.
76% free throw shooter from Corey Neese. That one goes in. Neese has got 6 of the Ledgers' 9 in the first quarter. Halfway gone. Cody Zonderfeld with the basketball. Gets a tip by Zach Hintz. Turnover there for the Ledgers. And turnover now again back to CWC as Tyler DeYoung gets on the deck with the basketball. Zonderfeld finds DeYoung. DeYoung pops it from 3-point range, and that one goes out of bounds. No good.
Kind of a crazy sequence we just saw there. Looked like it might be a potential fast break chance that we just saw Neese have, but kind of tipped around right near half court and kind of back the other way again.
DeYoung hasn't touched the basketball a lot on offense. That'll have to change for the Crusaders. Corey Neese will try the left-hand side. He'll hand off to Ottery. Ottery finds Ricky Stagbauer, flips it over to Hintz inside the rack. Triple team, bangs out. No, foul is called.
Looks like they're going to get the newly checked-in Van Buren, the 6'1 senior there, with a little too much contact in the air on that one.
And to the line comes Zach Hintz. Again, congratulations, Zach Hintz, a walk-on commitment to UW-Madison for kicking. And that one's good. And when you make 60-yard field goals and you hit a clutch state championship field goal, that will
draw some attention.
Draw some attention your way. I think he heard us. He looked up at us.
I was looking down. I missed it.
Hintz connects on the first, and the second one is good as well. 3:32 left to go, 11-6 in favor of the Ledgers. Scoreboard. Cody Zonderfeld on the far side of the court with it, and he's picked up by Tyler Wiesa, who comes in now for Springs. Tyler DeYoung has got it, top of the key, guarded by Kurt Miller, and inside finds Tooney. Tooney can't handle the basketball. Now it goes to Hintz. Hintz goes up, and he'll lay it up, and the foul is there, and the basket counts. And Zach Hintz again to the line.
Kurt Miller looking like a Kevin Love type player out there. Kevin Love, very successful in the NBA, of taking the ball from about 50 feet away from the other bucket and tossing it on the fly. Just a perfect quarterback to receiver type play, and it's going to give him another chance at 3 points.
We will take a timeout. Timeout taken by Dan Tenaple on the court. We will step aside. Back with more after this on 96.1 TCX.
This silver dollar has been in our family for generations. I had it with me the night I won the heart of your grandmother. Wait, that was Chrissy Redford. Don't tell Nana. It even saved my life from a nail gun in the great construction riots. And now, I want you to... Never mind.
No dollar is safe. The new Dollar Cravings menu. 11 craveable creations, each for $1.
WTCX, RadioPlusInfo.com. We are video streaming this game. If you are viewing tonight's action, I'd love to hear from you. Shoot me an email. It's nickr@WFDL.com. Zach Hintz misses the three-point opportunity. And here come the Crusaders toward us the other way. Crusaders going to our right up here on top of the ledge, across the radio dial. And as you're viewing tonight's game, Crusaders in their dark blue road uniforms, Springs in their home whites. DeYoung inside in the low block, gets it tipped around. And Ricky Stagbauer there to clear ahead up to Zach Hintz. Hintz to Ottery. Stutter Sepp finds Miller inside, dipping it under and in. Great play by Springs down the court. Nice play by Ottery to save it and found Miller inside. Had a nice little move inside the paint, and it is a 9-point cushion there. Hunter Braskamp coming to it now. A bounce pass for Van Buren. Three ball. That one's too hard. Rebound taken, tipped around by Kurt Miller. And Miller clears ahead to a guard. Ricky Stagbauer down the court to Wiesa. Wiesa ball fake, flips it, no pass. Hintz ball fake on the ground. Hintz now up and under and no good. Owen Tooney there for the Crusaders on the rebound. Zonefeld slowing down the tempo. We talked about the tempo, and so far Springs is winning the tempo battle. And they go a zone look on defense. Springs with a 2-3 zone action. Hunter Braskamp has got it now. On the right wing, finds it Van Buren. Now to Zonefeld. Zonefeld inside DeYoung. Muscle fake inside, off the glass. No, he's fouled though.
Yeah, Kurt Miller, that's a tough battle right there. You've got 6'5" versus 6'8". Right there, 6'5", Tyler DeYoung tried to out-muscle 6'8" Kurt Miller, and Miller a little too aggressive in the paint again. And it's been mostly fouls in the post going to the basket that have occurred so far. That's the 8th foul here in the first part of the game.
Got Brendan Ottery coming back in. We got Thomas DeVries coming back in. And Gabe Thompson seeing his first action tonight for CWC. And DeYoung misses the first. And he hits the second. There's Tyler DeYoung with his first bucket of the night, his first points there. 15-7 ball game. Inside, Kurt Miller off the window, and he scores. Just using the size down low. CWC can't keep up with them. Now they go back to a man-to-man set. Cody Zonefeld will hand off to Gabe Thompson. Thompson pivoting around, and now he'll chest pass to Tooney. Tooney around the horn, looks over to DeVries. DeVries inside, looks DeYoung down the lane. Can't get it to go, got stripped on the way up. Ledgers have it back. Here's Ricky Stagbauer. He hands off to Brendan Ottery. Ottery a stutter step and finds Corey Neese. Has got it high on the right-hand side. Neese whips it down low. Ottery off the glass and in. Wow.
Beautiful pass. Neese didn't even look where he was throwing it. Threw it with the left hand from past the three-point line on a dart right to his man. And Colin Ottery right there for it.
Corey Neese dime. Ottery in. 2 points for Ottery at the line for a three-point opportunity. Ledger's up by 12. 1:09 left to go in the first. Shot on the way, and Neese does not connect on the three-point play. Got an over-the-back call on Ottery, I believe. Yep, for Springs. Ottery went over the back at DeYoung, and Austin Fine coming in now. And he'll come in for Kurt Miller, who takes a seat. 19-7 Springs, 1:08 left to go in the first quarter. Scoreboard. Zonefeld, a pass on the right wing. Looks for DeVries, back to Zonefeld. Gabe Thompson touches now, under a minute to play. And Tooney will touch now. Ball fake inside. Tooney spinning around in the lane. He can't get it to go. DeYoung there for the rebound off the window and in.
Impressive job. There were 3 white jerseys there. He's the only man in blue, and he's able to get it, corral it, and put it back up for 2.
Gabe Thompson gets a turnover against Springs. The Ledgers have it. Now the Ledgers get it back. Here's Ottery now down the court with it. Goes over the top of Tooney. Doesn't go. Rebound taken by DeYoung. Got 25 seconds left to go. The lead is 10 for Springs. And Cody Zonefeld's got the basketball now. He'll cross the timeline to the forecourt with it. 15 seconds left to go. Here's DeVries. Now hands off to Zonefeld. 10 seconds left to go. Tooney sets a screen for Zonefeld. Little jump pass there by Thompson. Oh, and Zonefeld takes it back. 3 seconds left to go. Zonefeld has got it. Zonefeld working his way in, and no. 19-9 is your score in favor of Springs. We're coming back after this. End of 1 on 96.1 TCX.
We need to talk about your future. Wait, I'll keep this quick. There's more than one recipe for success. Maybe you already have your heart set on a career. Or maybe you just want to do something. Either way, Moraine Park can help. Don't tune out. Do Moraine Park. Visit our website or call to get started. Moraine Park Technical College, for those driven to do. Hey, hook me up.
Schneider, Fond du Lac checking into the broadcast here tonight. Thank you so much. Dave Thompson checking into the broadcast as well from Fox Lake. If you are tuning in or viewing tonight's action, you can shoot me an email, nickr at WFDL.com. Corey Neese too long on the 3-ball. And got DeVries ripping it down, and Zonefeld will bring it to the forecourt now, and he'll hand off to Tyler DeYoung. He's got it on the left-hand side. DeYoung, a ball fake, and now leaves for Zonefeld. Zonefeld off the screen, gets it taken away by Neese. Neese goes up for a layup and scores.
Oh, man, Nick, he just fooled his man there. Took it all by himself, anticipated that his man was going to move to the left off the screen there, stole it, went all the way down with the left hand, 2-on-1 mismatch, and he's still able to convert off glass.
Yeah, nice job by Corey Neese. Switched it to his left hand and went up for a layup, and he got a little contact there. It was no call by the official, though. 21-9 Springs on your scoreboard with about a minute gone by here in the second quarter of action. Tooney with the basketball now, and he will feed Thomas DeVries. DeVries tries the baseline. Now he'll back up. Corey Neese has got him. Flips it inside to DeYoung, who cut it down strong side. That one's up and in.
Great feed from DeVries in traffic, finding his man and keeping the composure there. He didn't try to bounce past it and get cute with it, just a straight chest pass.
Got Brendan Ottery finding Luke Gellings inside to Hintz. Kicks it over to Corey Neese, and he walked with it. Turnover Springs. Corey Neese walks with the basketball. 21-11 Springs, 6:48 left to go in the first half on your scoreboard here tonight. Special thanks to your Edward Jones 5 financial advisors, Dan Sprader, Ben Berchi, Pam Tullifson, Steve Millen, Doug Scheiderman of Fond du Lac. Zonefeld tied up high on the left-hand side. Zonefeld will dip it down to Braskamp. Braskamp looks for DeYoung inside. DeYoung muscling his way over the top of Gellings, and he traveled. Traveling call on DeYoung. Turnover Crusaders. Springs gets it back going to the left.
That's already 7 turnovers, Nick, here for CWC. We're only 9.5 minutes into this game. That's becoming a real big factor early.
Brendan Ottery has the basketball. He'll skip it across court to Corey Neese. Dumps it inside to Gellings. Gellings over the top to Ottery over DeYoung. Shot, no. Rebound taken inside by Hintz off the glass, and Hintz scores. Offensive rebound by Springs. Zach Hintz has got 6. Ledger's up by 12. 2 minutes in to the second quarter. Here's Tyler DeYoung inside. DeYoung got fouled on the low block, and he's going to go to the line.
They might get Gellings on that one there, and it looks like that is going to be the case. He might be taken off right away after that. It's already 2 early fouls on Gellings.
Ask about Bryant Geothermal, the most energy-efficient system available. AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac and Bryant, doing whatever it takes. AirTech Heating at 251 Griffith Street, 924-6742. DeYoung at the free throw line for the Crusaders. Connects on the first. DeYoung, a slow start. He's got 6, though, pacing Central Wisconsin Christian. And connects on the second one. DeYoung on the season, a 67% free throw shooter, second best on the team. Corey Neese between the wheels has it, and he'll flip to Ottery. Right-hand side, Ottery back to Hintz, now over to Neese. Neese Gellings inside, Hintz shot, good. Zach Hintz connecting on a little 8-footer there, and the Ledgers up back by 12.
This passing display tonight for St. Mary Springs has been unbelievably impressive. Just every pass crisp, right in the correct spot, and they're setting themselves up for easy shots down the line.
Tooney's got it inside the three-point arc. Now Cody Zonefeld will try to find Braskamp down low, intercepted by the Ledgers. Here they come the other way. Ottery flips it, Hintz, and he traveled. Hintz walk with the basketball. Turnover Springs, back CWC moving to our right. Got about 40-plus viewers in the house tonight, viewing tonight's game, right, Ike? 17 we got, okay. They've dropped off. We'll welcome you back, don't worry. And we have Thomas DeVries with the basketball inside to Tooney mid-post. Finds Braskamp. Braskamp will now look over to Thomas DeVries. DeVries now flips it to Zonefeld. Zonefeld will feed DeVries over on the right-hand side. They go down low. Tooney up to DeYoung, and DeYoung can't get a finish. Can't finish it. Corey Neese goes ahead with it. Neese now looks to Ottery. Ottery back to Neese. Bring it back down. Ball fake inside. Neese bounce pass inside. Miller can't hold on to it. Out of bounds. Springs turnover and Crusader basketball. Andrew Schruin. I think I said that right. Our engineer, Chuck Austin, Nick Rush with you. Our video crew tonight, Ike Holtzman, and big gun in the house, Terry Davis running camera tonight. There we go. I wonder if we're paying that guy enough. Zonefeld finds DeVries. Back to Zonefeld on the right wing. Three ball, no good. It got about halfway down and spit out, but DeYoung is there to clean it up and put it back.
What an athletic play. He only came down with one hand. He only needed one hand there, and he put it right back up with the same hand.
Ricky Stagbauer will hand off to Colin Ottery. Ottery whips it inside to Brendan Ottery. Mid-post doesn't go. Miller can't hold on to the rebound and it's tipped away, taken back by the Crusaders. Traveling to our right.
This is going to be a big possession here. A three ball cuts the lead back to single digits. Even if they can get a two, it's still only a 4-possession game here.
DeVries finds Braskamp. Starters are in for the Crusaders. DeYoung has Braskamp at the top of the key. DeYoung three ball with an arm in his face, doesn't go. Rebound taken by Kurt Miller. Miller outlets ahead to Corey Neese, over to Stagbauer, and Kurt Miller traveled. Would have been a nice move if Miller would have got his feet set from Ricky Stagbauer, but it goes the other way.
Yeah, he would have had the leverage to catch, go up with leverage, and probably be able to draw a foul there, but just too many steps again, and that's 3 or 4 travels we've seen called tonight here at the ledge.
Tyler DeYoung looks for Tooney. Tooney now looks over to DeYoung on the left-hand side, and he'll feed Braskamp working from the corner. Out to Braskamp, will dump it inside to Tooney. Tooney spinning, pivoting, no. Rebound clear ahead by Ottery. Comes Brendan Ottery. He'll feed Colin. Now over to Neese. Neese eyes up a three, no good. Rebound taken by Ottery. Offensive rebound. Looks ahead to Corey Neese again. Neese inside, dumping it down low to Ottery. Shot on the way, flipping, fading, foul.
They're playing so unselfish right now. It's almost the hip thing to not take the questionable shot. It's let's keep passing. We know we don't have a shot clock. Let's get the best possible shot because we know we're playing our style. We know we're playing our tempo right now, and it's working really well right now.
Colin Ottery, the free throw line for the Springs. And he will make the first. 26-15 Ledgers. Stagbauer, Ottery come out. Tyler Wiesa, Zach Hintz come in. And at the line again is Ottery. Shot on the way, and that one's good. Colin Ottery's got 4. And we got a 2:48 time stamp here in the second quarter. 27-15 Springs up by 12 over the visiting Crusaders. Van Buren's got it. A pass inside to Tyler DeYoung over the top of Hintz and got to roll in.
Looked like a travel there, Nick. They were calling that a couple of minutes ago, and it looked like he took too many steps there, but I guess he didn't.
11 for Tyler DeYoung. And a foul is called. This one a reach-in foul on Hunter Braskamp. That's a second. And that is the 8th as a team, so that puts Colin Ottery at the free throw line. There's Ottery, a shot on the way, and that one's good. So he will earn the second one. Ottery is 3 of 3 from, from the line for 5.
Make it 4 of 4.
Second one is good as well. And he's got 6. 12-point cushion for the Ledgers. Flipping, fading from the left elbow was Zonefeld. No, good rebound by Hintz. Hintz will pop it ahead to Corey Neese. Neese will feed Hintz. Now goes to Ottery. Ottery backing up near the half-court stripe, and he'll find Wiesa. Wiesa ball fake. Hintz inside, driving layup, stripped on, out of bounds. Off of CWC Springs basketball.
It's almost like we're watching volleyball at some portions here. They get the ball from player to player so quick. They're almost touch passing it to each other. It's really impressive to watch how quick they can get it from guy 1 to guy 5 on the floor just in a span of 15, 20 seconds.
Visit Jack's Team Sports for all your hockey and basketball equipment needs. Jack's Team Sports, and their mission is to build that long-lasting relationship, your team and your club. From equipment to uniforms, awards to being a community player, Jack's Team Sports on South Main Street in Fond du Lac, right across from Veterans Park. Byron and Jill Pegram look forward to serving you and your team with Jack's Team Sports. We'll keep things right here. Full timeout, 29-17 Springs. Your Badger Tire halftime report is coming up. Chuck has been very diligently taking a peek at college basketball scores and doing heavy research up here in the broadcast booth. A lot of upsets, Chuck, going on in college hoops. Badgers won, though. Badgers won 65-50 over Northwestern earlier today.
Also, the Bonnies, St. Bonaventure, does that ring a bell at all?
Yeah.
They had a buzzer beater yesterday. Well, guess what happened today? Another one against number 18 VCU, 73-71. Then you got number 19 Baylor taking on number 15 West Virginia. An 87-69 win there for Baylor. OK State over Kansas, 67-62, and a few other upsets later on in halftime.
Neese 3, too hard. Rebound taken by DeYoung, and DeYoung got fouled by Kurt Miller. As you see, head coach Dan Tenaple right there. He actually coached volleyball here at St. Mary's Springs in 2005, 2006, and 2007 before coaching volleyball and basketball at Central Wisconsin Christian. Again, Dan Tenaple coaching volleyball here at the Springs, coaching the varsity program 2005, 6, and 7. So he's got some connections here. Dan and Kyle know each other, pretty good friends, as is Kyle Krieger and Greg Zonefeld, the athletic director for Central Wisconsin Christian.
You could tell
Two
both
teams,
coaches respect each other in the interview.
Here is Tyler DeYoung, gets it lost out of bounds. Off of the miss, I should say. Number 15, and Thomas DeVries goes out of bounds with it. $1:36 left to go in the half, 29-17. Springs in the lead. Scoreboard here as Colin Ottery's got the basketball, and he'll go to Tyler Wiesa. Wiesa back to Colin. Neese now flips it over to Wiesa, throws it on the baseline. Here's Wiesa dumping it inside to Ben Palmer, who's in now. Palmer can't get the shot to go there. Cody Zonefeld has it. Zonefeld will dish it over to DeYoung. DeYoung back to Zonefeld, who will feed it top of the key. Now it goes to left-hand side to DeYoung. DeYoung, little outlet pass there, and we got a charging call. Got an offensive foul on DeYoung. And he'll trot down the court the other way, and Springs Ottery to come in for the Ledgers.
Tried to run straight through his man there, and although the feet may not have been 100% flat set to the ground, he really bulldozed him enough to make the ref blow the whistle on that one.
Minute left here in the half, 29-17 Ledger lead. As Ledgers might be calling. Kyle Krieger's got a number 1 up, one final shot of the half. Got Ottery holding on to the basketball here near the mid-stripe. Coming up, your Badger Tire halftime report. Your Taco Bell 96-second sports ticker is on the way too. We'll get you some halftime statistics in this non-conference boys basketball game tonight. Again, Springs number 2 in the Flyweight Conference. Central Wisconsin Christian right now is number 4 in the Trailways, losing to Oshkosh, Lourdes, Randolph, and Marquesan. They lost to them a couple of nights ago. And 15 seconds to play. Here we go. Brennan Ottery with the basketball now. He will feed Ricky Stagbauer back to Ottery. Ottery now goes over to Stagbauer. Ball fake, picks up his dribble, finds Corey Neese. 3 seconds to go. Corey Neese got fouled. And that's going to put Corey at the free throw line. One thing you did not want to do if your CWC is foul in that situation, and that's what they did. Neese at the free throw line.
And Neese at 76% free throw shooter on the year. Somebody who definitely knocks down his shots when he gets the chance, and he's their three-point threat. We saw him hit a couple earlier, but he's been struggling in the second quarter with turnovers. I think he had 2 or 3 early on in the second quarter, but he's cleaned it up a little bit since then and knocks down the first one here.
Neese again knocks down the first one, and he will get the second one here. And that one's good as well, as Corey Neese got 4 in this half. Here's Owen Tooney to inbound the basketball. Tooney now has got to find Zonefeld. Zonefeld will throw up one with 1 second to go. Zonefeld at the buzzer. Got it!
Oh, what a shot.
Zonefeld drains it from well behind the three-point arc. It is going to be good, and the Crusaders cut into the lead. 31-20 is your halftime score. We are coming back after this. 96-1 TCX.
Two things you only dreamed would come together. A delicious cheesy quesadilla wrapped around a beefy burrito. The new Quesarito from Taco Bell.
Zonnefeldt draining, what, a 40 to 45 footer at the buzzer
At least.
at the end of the half. Cool stuff. 31 to 20, Springs with the lead on your scoreboard. 19 to 9 was your score at the end of one. Springs outscored CWC by 1.12 to 11 in the second quarter, making your halftime score 31 to 20. 3 players have scored for the Crusaders, 11 for Tyler DeYoung. Cody Zonnefeldt with 7, Hunter Braskamp with 2. For Springs, 10 points for Corey Neese pacing the ledgers, 8 for Zach Hintz, 4 apiece for Luke Gellings and Kurt Miller, and 6 for Colin Ottery. 4 of the 6 for Ottery have come from the free throw line. And Chuck has some more stats for you.
Yeah, rebound-wise, I was pretty surprised. Tyler DeYoung leading the way. He's got 6 already, 3 of those offensive glass. He also went 3 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. Turnover-wise, though, St. Mary Springs with 7 and CWC with 8. Those seems to be the big problems here for both teams in the first half. I think this game would have been a lot closer had both of those teams been a little less sloppy with the ball. But other than that, both teams really hitting their free throws. Neese 3 of 3, Ottery 4 of 4, Gellings 1 of 2, Hintz 2 of 3 actually. So pretty good averages at the free throw stripe. And both of these teams right now, especially after that 45-footer from darn near half court to end the half, Cody Zonnefeldt put in a little exclamation mark on his half and maybe a little momentum shift going into the halftime break, but still nearly a dozen point advantage here on the board as CWC down on the road at the ledge, 31 to 20 versus St. Mary Springs.
Badger Tire halftime show is on 96.1 TCX and video streamed as well at 961tcx.com. Your 96-second Taco Bell sports ticker as we bring to you some national headlines, some national stories. Big win by the Badgers. Badgers knocked off Northwestern 65 to 50 earlier today, running their record to 21-2.
Also, Philadelphia University, their head basketball coach Herb McGee joins Mike Krzyzewski as the only coaches with 1,000 wins today, becoming just the second in NCAA history. And he is pretty much the heart and soul of Philadelphia men's basketball in that area. Also, some shockers in this college basketball world here. Baylor over West Virginia, 19 beat a 15 here, 87 to 69. Also, Oklahoma State, unranked, over number 8 Kansas, 67-62. Got to watch a good portion of that second half. OK State was down, and they scored a 12-4 run to open the half, and it was all gravy from there. Also, number 7 Villanova over number 24 Georgetown, 69-53, an impressive win for Villanova. Also, Arizona State knocked off Arizona University, 81-78, a close one. Arizona was number 6 in the country. And then a massive 30-point beatdown. Notre Dame shellacked by Duke today. So number 6, number 8, number 10, number 15, number 18, and number 24 all lose. And just in, number 9 just lost. That'd be Louisville to Virginia at Virginia, 52-47. So that was probably the best game of the day, number 3 versus number 9. And right now you've got unranked Florida Gators taking on the undefeated and the only undefeated team left in NCAA basketball, Kentucky Wildcats. That one going on right now. I'll get a score for you in just a second.
Speaking of rankings, taking a peek at your WisSports.net rankings. Division I Kimberly from our area ranked number 4 in the state. Stevens Point undefeated at number 1 in Division I. Beaver Dam, the Golden Beaver boys team ranked number 5 in the state with a 13-3. Mark Kaukauna is ranked number 1 as of right now in Division II. Division III, team that we saw a couple of nights ago, the Chargers of Kettle Moraine and Lutheran, they're ranked number 1 in the state. The Ripon Tigers are ranked number 4 in the state Division III. Oshkosh Lourdes Academy ranked number 9 in the state. Lourdes from this Trailways North Conference. Dominican, Whitefish Bay Dominican, Diamond Stone tonight with an unbelievable game. Had 20-plus points and 27 rebounds. I think he had 34 points, actually. 43 points for Diamond Stone and 27 boards for Whitefish Bay Dominican. He's a pretty special player. And Division V, Randolph Rockets ranked number 2 And these Crusaders ranked number 10 in the state in Division 5, and they're down by 11 to the St. Mary Springs Ledgers here tonight. Take a timeout as your Badger Tire halftime report continues with more after this on 96.1 TCX.
Jackson Call Insurance. Sharing knowledge and building trust since 1956. That's just not a tagline. That's a standard we use in every customer interaction. I'm Mitch Call. Insurance is nothing more than a piece of paper and a promise. At Jackson Call, we make sure that piece of paper covers your exposures, and the promise is we'll always be there when you need us. At Jackson Call, our solemn oath is simple. At all times, we will provide you with the most comprehensive and competitive product available for you, your family, and your business.
This silver dollar has been in our family for generations. I had it with me the night I won the heart of your grandmother. Wait, that was Chrissy Redfern. Don't tell Nana. It even saved my life from a nail gun in the great construction riots. And now, I want you to... Never mind.
No dollar is safe. The new Dollar Cravings Menu. 11 craveable creations, each for $1.
Now is the time for an inspection on your heating system. AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac and Bryant doing whatever it takes. Call 924-6742 or stop at AirTech's new location at 251 Griffith Street in Fond du Lac. Tonight's coverage also presented in part by your Edward Jones 5 financial advisor, Stan Sprader, Ben Berchi, Pam Tullifson, Steve Millen, Doug Shireman of Fond du Lac, your Edward Jones 5 financial advisor. Special thanks to Jim Tuwig, watching the broadcast here tonight and viewing tonight's action. James Smith also checking in from Rosendale tonight, viewing the broadcast. Thank you so much. Chuck, what are some keys to the second half here, do you think?
I would say really limit the turnovers. Both teams been a little sloppy in that first half, as I mentioned.
Here's Tyler DeYoung. Connects for the Crusaders. He's got 13 here tonight. Corey Neese has got the basketball now, finds Ottery. Brennan now to Collin, whips it way around the horn. Now a baseline, finds Brennan Ottery. Back up top to Collin Ottery, high left extended. And a right wing will feed Corey Neese right of the wheel. Neese now putting it on the deck, dribbling back near the center stripe, and now whips it over to Collin Ottery. Ottery now finds Brennan Ottery, three-point range, air ball. Rebound taken by Brennan over to Corey Neese off the window, no. Owen Tooney there for the rebound for the Crusaders. Got Cody Zonnefeld with the basketball now. Zonnefeld up and under and in. There's Cody. And a 4-0 run for the Crusaders to start the second half. And we're back to a single-digit lead. Lead is 7 for Springs. Coming back after this, just a 30-second timeout. Back after this on 96.1 TCX.
We need to talk about your future. Wait, I'll keep this quick. There's more than one recipe for success. Maybe you already have your heart set on a career. Or maybe you just want to do something. Either way, Moraine Park can help. Don't tune out. Do Moraine Park. Visit our website or call to get started. Moraine Park Technical College, for those driven to do. Hey, hook me up.
.124, Springs with the lead. Kyle Krieger takes a full 60-second timeout. Some other keys to the second half. Chuck, what do you think?
I would say crash the offensive glass if you're St. Mary Springs. It seems like there's been one too many times where the Crusaders get down the floor, they put a shot up, and there might be 2 or 3 white jerseys right there, but it's that blue jersey that ends up getting the ball. So I think limiting those offensive glass chances will really be big for St. Mary Springs in the second half, too.
Starters back on the floor, and Zonnefeld battling with Ottery. It goes out of bounds off of Ottery. Zonnefeld was there. Crusaders come away with another turnover. And for the Ledgers, that is number 2 of the half. It's a 4-0 run for Central Wisconsin Christian. Here's Tyler DeYoung near the Big S in the center stripe and finds Cody Zonnefeld. Crusaders traveling to our left. Zonnefeld down the layup, and it is tipped around, taken back by Hintz. Owen Tooney there. We'll scoop it over to Hunter Braskamp inside of a double team. Braskamp got fouled. Good move by Hunter Braskamp, who took the basketball and went down the lane with it, and he goes to the free throw line.
Going to get Brennan Ottery for his second personal of the night, and still not a single Ledger with more than 2 fouls, so good to see that there's not any foul trouble type situations that are lingering over them for the entire second half. It would have been bad to see one of those guys go in with more than 2, but that didn't happen.
Braskamp's got 3. Taking a peek here, Chuck, both of these teams averaging around 60 a game. And Braskamp connects on both of them. Springs at 65 a game. CWC at about 59 a game on the season. Whip it over to Hintz. We'll see if we can get there tonight. Might be hard. Both of these two teams played 48 hours ago. And both of these two teams, this is their 3rd game this week. Springs lost Monday in New Holstein. Then they won Thursday against North Fond du Lac. And they go Ottery, Gellings. Gellings flips it to Neese. Neese inside the paint over the top of DeYoung, gets the roll out. And DeYoung there for the rebound. They'll feed Zonnefeld, the guard, back to Tyler. Now Tyler brings it across the timeline with it. He's picked up by Luke Gellings. And now he will find Zonnefeld. Tooney there to set a screen for him. They dump it inside, and ball is tipped around. DeYoung's got the basketball. Double team, triple team. Now DeYoung off the window, no, but an offensive foul. Wow.
Yeah, I think they said that he kind of took his back and threw it into the other guy. And I would agree with that. It looked like he used too much of his backside to thrust in, and that's what's going to get you a call every single time. He wasn't trying to use his body. He was just trying to be a bully in that situation.
High school will go to a 3-man officiating crew next season. We saw shot, Neese, 3, book it.
He was wide open, and he took advantage of it. Didn't matter if he was 2 or 3 feet behind the stripe. He was going to hit that one.
And the run is stopped at a 4-0 run. 34-26. Ledger's up by 8. Owen Tooney to answer. That one short. Rebound taken by DeVries. Back to DeYoung. DeYoung whips it inside to Tooney over a doubler, and it's good. Good box move by Tooney down low, and that is Owen Tooney's first bucket of the night. The freshman came into tonight averaging 12.5 per game, and he gets his first bucket almost midway through the 3rd quarter.
And now since the break, Nick, St. Mary Springs has had 4 turnovers and now have 9 for the game, which surpasses the 8 that CWC had earlier. They'd been winning the turnover battle the entire game until that one right there.
It's a 6-point lead for the Ledgers at 4:48 left to go in the 3rd. Again, you just see a variation of tempos. You see the Crusaders moving to our left, walking the ball down the court. Little alley-oop inside to DeYoung from Tooney. Tooney with a dime. There's DeYoung with the answer there. And DeYoung's having himself quite a night with 15. Lead is 4 for Springs.
DeYoung also leads the entire game with 7 rebounds, leading everybody.
Luke Gellings to answer, and he does inside the paint. And Gellings getting a bucket for the first time since the 1st quarter. Lead is pushed back to 6.
Good to see Corey Neese distributing here.
And a 3-ball back of the iron too hard by Tyler DeYoung at the top of the key. And here's Corey Neese trying to answer. Neese inside to Hintz, inside Gellings, whips it. Baker 3, no good. Rebound taken by DeYoung. Again, Jacob Baker into the lineup now for the Ledgers. Here's Cody Zonnefeld to dish it to DeVries. DeVries back to Zonnefeld, working from the corner. DeVries will set a screen for him and work his way inside. Here's Cody throwing up a prayer, wasn't answered. Whipping it back to Neese. Neese shot, no. Ball fake inside. Hintz up and under and in. Here's Zach Hintz.
Fantastic job. I think he went to draw some contact, and now we've actually got a Crusader down on the floor after that play, right under the Springs basket. Going to have a couple of trainers and coaches come out to take a look at what happened here.
And can't tell who that is from this vantage point. It might be DeYoung. I think it is. 3:26 left to go here in the third quarter. 38-30 in favor of the Ledgers on your scoreboard. We're going to take a timeout for the injury timeout. Back with more coming up next on TCX. Back to the ledge here, St. Mary's Springs Academy, 38-30 in favor of the Ledgers. Cody Zonefeld with the basketball. Tyler DeYoung stays in. He was the injured Crusader. Zonefeld will now gather himself after a double team, and he flips it over to DeVries inside Braskamp. Charging call. That's, I think, the third charge against CWC. And DeYoung is going to come back in. He was actually out, excuse me. Now he'll come back in.
That's 4 now.
4, okay.
On the 6-foot senior Braskamp, and he's now the only player I can think of right now for either team that's really in danger of not being able to finish this game with fouls. And he just slammed a chair as he sat down, real upset with himself.
If you are viewing tonight's game or listening in, I'd love to hear from you. Shoot me an email up here in the press box, nickr@wfdl.com. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 8-point cushion for the Ledgers. Here's Corey Neese, a 3. Neese bangs it in.
He's heating up right now, Nick. Those threes are going to keep they're going to keep giving him chances here, and they're going to try to stretch this lead using that 3.
The lead was only 6. Now it's up to 11. High off the glass. Rebound taken by Tooney, and Tooney got fouled. Good job by Tooney inside the lane to draw some contact. Get a foul by Springs. That's on Hintz.
And just Zach Hint's first foul of the night, so good to see that these guys that are coming in off the bench and also some starters really doing a good job of staying in the 1 to 2 foul range. Nobody really exceeding that, getting too careless. And it seems like there's been a real disciplined vibe out there defensively for the Ledgers. They really haven't been shooting themselves in the foot with too many bad defensive stands.
Tooney at the line. The lefty's good. Yeah, Springs plays a variation of a schedule. They'll play down Division 5, as in the case tonight. Their conference, they can't control that, but KML is ranked 1 in Division 3, so they'll play up a division in that regard. But won't be the case next year as conferences are realigning. KML going out. Brendan Ottery now got the basketball. Ottery from three-point range, and there's a splash.
Corey Neese, the distributor.
Ottery gets it in. That's the third 3 of the quarter for Springs. 2:15 to go. Tooney tips it inside to DeYoung. Off of DeYoung, out of bounds. 44-32, 12-point Ledger cushion.
Now we're going to have a line change. Looks like 3 blue jerseys switch and 2 Ledgers switch as well. So 5 different players new in on the floor.
To the forecourt comes Colin Ottery. The basketball now. Springs, Corey Neese, a chest pass back to Ottery. Now they work it inside. The paint to Gellings, flips it. Neese thought about it, pulls it back down. Ottery back to Neese with 2 minutes to go here in the third. 12-point lead for the Ledgers. Ottery now finds Kurt Miller slashing as Gellings flips it. Neese on the deck with it. Neese mid-post, flipping, fading, no. Rebound taken by Zonnefeld, or by DeYoung ahead to Zonnefeld. Zonnefeld, and on the floor, foul is called.
Looks like they're going to get Nice for the foul there, and I don't think that he wanted to see a Crusader go coast to coast and make a big time play to maybe get those fans riled up a little bit. Instead, it's just going to be a foul and a take out of bounds type of thing.
Zonnefeld will find DeYoung, back to Zonnefeld inside the lane. Now flips it Tooney. Tooney's got it over right side to Daniel DeVries, who's into the lineup now. Now goes to Thomas DeVries. DeVries now over to Daniel DeVries. Inside, he gets cut off on the baseline. There's a foul by Corey, I think. Corey Nice on the foul.
That's 2 in a matter of 45 seconds on him. Luckily, it was his first 2 fouls of the day. So still, Nice with just the 2 fouls here with just about 80 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And Tyler DeYoung will chase it down high on the right-hand side, and he'll feed Zonnefeld. Stutter stop, gets it stripped. Kurt Miller there to clear ahead, but DeVries comes back to it. Zonnefeld gets it back, now going the other way. Here's DeYoung on the way, and there's a shot by DeYoung up and good.
DeYoung with 17 now. That's the first assist of the night for Zonnefeld, but DeYoung really carrying him. He's got 8 rebounds too. Big night.
50 seconds left to go here in the third. 44-34 Springs. They're going to hold for the last shot of the quarter. Nick and Chuck with you up here from Springs. Got a little over a quarter to play yet. Ottery now off the window and in. Here's Ottery.
Big time, looking like Ricky Rubio through the lane with the Euro step.
5 points for Colin Ottery. Got 28 seconds left to go. And 46-34, 12-point lead for the Ledgers. 18 seconds left to go. Zonnefeld will hand off to DeYoung. DeYoung with 10 seconds to play. Gellings working on him. 9 seconds left to play. They find DeVries inside. Flipping, fading. DeVries, no. Rebound taken, and he scores. And at the buzzer, DeVries getting his first bucket of the night. Got a 46-36 game. Lead is 10 for the Ledgers. Back with the final quarter after this on 96.1 TCX.
Two things you only dreamed would come together. A delicious cheesy quesadilla wrapped around a beefy burrito. The new Quesarito from Taco Bell.
Back here on the ledge, thanks to those of you viewing tonight's game at RadioPlusInfo.com, 96.1 TCX and 96.1TCX.com. Just starting the fourth quarter, 46-36 Springs on your scoreboard. Got a 3-ball taken right there. And there's Brendan Ottery. Ottery for 3, the lead extended to 13 points.
And his brother passed him that assist too. Pretty nice.
Back to radio action here. Again, the fourth quarter, 49-36. Shot, Zonnefeld, 2 on the line. No. Rebound inside. DeYoung scores with the basketball. Tyler DeYoung having a pretty nice ball game here tonight. He's got 19, but shooting a 3-ball was Brendan Ottery to start the scoring here in the fourth quarter. Corey Nice finds Colin Ottery. Now feeds Brendan Ottery on the left-hand side. Back to Gellings. Shot, Ottery. Badly missed. Gellings there for the rebound. Gets the roll in. Good job by Gellings. He's got 6 here tonight. And the lead is back up to 13 for Springs. Here's Tyler DeYoung, and he got fouled. CWC doing a better job of being aggressive in the second, third, and now the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're not taking as many deep shots, and they're trying to slash, get to the line a few more times, even though their free throw average isn't that great as a team this year. They're trying to make it work tonight.
From the right elbow, he doesn't get it to go. And the Ledgers outlet quickly ahead to Gellings. Gellings pulls it back down, double teamed by Tooney and DeYoung. Flips it back up top, Ottery to Neese at the top of the key. Corey Neese backing by the mid-stripe. Chest pass for Ottery, whips it inside to Hintz, back to Corey Neese. Neese will hold it by the Big S. Now goes to Hintz. Hintz left side to Ottery. Ottery, Neese. Neese over a double team. No good. Rebound taken by Tooney. Owen Tooney will feed Zonnefeld. Zonnefeld to the forecourt with the basketball. Loses, regathers. 5:53 left to go. 51-38 Springs. Cody Zonnefeld gets it stripped, but a foul is called.
And they might get hints there in the lane. We'll see if that's actually going to be the first foul to get him into the 1-and-1 situation now. And now you got Kurt Miller coming back into the game, replacing Gellings, the 6'3 senior. Still a 13-point lead, just under 6 minutes to go here in the game.
Big game for Springs on Tuesday night. Zonnefeld gets the friendly roll in. And Cody Zonnefeld tonight has 8. But Springs hosts Laconia on Tuesday night. We'll have the game for you here on the radio and also video coverage. Shot on the way, and that one is good by Zonnefeld. Yeah, that's a big one to the flyaway. Springs and Laconia. Laconia with 2 conference losses, both conference losses coming to KML. Springs and Laconia have yet to play each other. First scheduled date was in January. That was a snow out. Shot, Kurt Miller from the low block, and he scores.
And that's all 4 of Corey Neese's assists have come in the second half. Really heating up from 3, really taking that distributor role seriously in the second half.
Got a 13-point game. Ledgers lead. Owen Tooney on the right wing, and he'll feed Zonnefeld on the left wing. Now flips it inside DeYoung. DeYoung double team. Hintz is there to tip it away, but Zonnefeld gathers. Zonnefeld puts it on the deck, throwing up a mid shot on the way. No, Tooney there for the offensive glass. He got fouled.
They're going to get Miller with number 3 there. A little too much risk, not enough ball, as he tried to go straight up against the Frosh Tooney.
Owen Tooney at the free throw line now, and keep this in mind. Springs up by 13, but CWC is going to be shooting free throws for the remainder of the ball game. Now they're into the bonus. Got a timeout taken on the court. We will step aside. Just a 30-second timeout, just a 30. Back after this on 96.1 TCX. Tonight's game presented by Team Sports. Their mission is to build that long-lasting relationship with you, your team, and your club. Equipment, uniforms, awards to being a community partner. Jack's Team Sports on South Main Street in Fond du Lac. Nick and Chuck with you. Owen Tooney rolls around the rim a couple of times and eventually drops to the bottom of the net. First one is good. He'll earn the second one in the bonus.
It's going to be big that this bonus doesn't make it a threat for CWC to come back. They're the only team with the bonus right now, and a couple of and ones and maybe a couple of bad fouls. You could have a team go on an 8-0 run and just stymie another team.
Here's Zach Hintz on the weak side, charging call against Springs. CWC with the basketball coming the other way, down by 12. 4:47 left to go in the ball game. Again, Springs splitting this week. Prior to the loss against New Holstein, they did win 4 in a row, so altogether they've won 5 out of 6. Central Wisconsin Christian rattled off 5 consecutive wins before that loss against Markesan at home Thursday night. DeYoung ball fake on Miller. He walked with it. Good ball fake. Would have been too good as he walked with the basketball. Turnover there, and the basketball's coming the other way.
CWC breaking the turnover tie that we had for at least 3 minutes of game action. CWC with 11, St. Mary Springs with 10. So the turnovers have gone down, but still prominent, and definitely a variable here.
Corey Neese will try the baseline. He'll go over the top of Zonefeld. No. Zonefeld, Cody will flip it ahead to DeYoung, and it goes out of bounds. Got a turnover there. No. Actually, it'll stick with the Crusaders. Central Wisconsin Christian to our left. They're playing to our left here in the second half. Zonefeld to get it in, and they'll throw way up, and DeYoung will touch it now. DeYoung now whips it over to Zonefeld. Zonefeld, here's Cody on the deck with it, dribbling with the right hand, being guarded by Kurt Miller in the man-to-man set. Now Cody will put a move inside. Cody over top of a double team. Cody Zonefeld scores there. Zonefeld has got 11, 10-point game. Halfway gone by here in the fourth quarter. And we have DeVries guarding Corey Neese. Here's Corey Neese backing up by the mid-stripe. And we have a defensive call. Dan Tenaple wanted an offensive charge, couldn't buy one.
That looked to be the right call, Nick. Definitely didn't have his feet set. Wasn't a bulldozer type move with the shoulder lowered. He was just trying to gain position, and he wasn't allowed. And the feet need to be set there, otherwise that's going to be a defensive foul every time out there.
3:38 to go in the basketball game. The lead is 10 for Springs. Springs has led the entire way, the exception of the first couple of buckets of the ball game. It is tipped by Zonefeld.
Oh, man.
And got a foul call there.
That looked like it was going to be a clean strip right at the halfway mark. And he was going to have 5 or 6 dribbles, and it would have been a coast-to-coast layup. But they call it a reach-in foul on Zonefeld there, and luckily that's his first foul of the night for Cody.
53-43 Springs. 3:30 left to go. Zonefeld get picked up in the half-court set by DeVries, and we have a defensive call again, and this one will go against Daniel DeVries again.
Love what I'm seeing from Corey Neese. Extremely aggressive, switching it up. He's going left one time, right the other time, keeping these Crusaders off balance, and he's doing a great job of eluding to one side and then switching it at the last second. Both times we've seen that, drawing great fouls and basically trying to just take some time and get CWC out of a defensive rhythm.
Well, you can't blame the Crusaders. Again, there's a foul. You can't blame them for trying to get the basketball away and steal it. They have fouls to give, but one more and Springs is going to go to the line. So you might want to be a little bit more careful with this.
You got to be careful who you get the ball to here as well, because you don't want to miss a bunch of free throws in succession, give the other team a hope.
Find Gellings, gets cut off on the baseline. He'll feed Brendan Ottery. Ottery all the way to the paint. He got fouled on the way up, and Brendan to the free throw line for Springs.
You can see Coach on the sideline there thought that that was a clean block, and instead it's going to lead to some free throw opportunities for the 6'2 senior Brendan Ottery.
Here's Brendan Ottery at the free throw line for Springs, who is a 85% free throw shooter. He's the best on the team, and he makes the first one there. Brennan Ottery, his first free throw of the night. He's got 4 points. All 4 have come in the fourth quarter. At the line again, here's Ottery, and that one is good. He's got 5. 55-43 Springs. Again, these two teams have played some good ones in the past couple of years. Taking a look at their history as he gets it stripped away. Crusaders turn the basketball over. Springs coming back at us with 2:55 left to go. CWC beat Springs last year 65-57. Previous to that, Springs rattled off 3 consecutive wins. And Corey Neese got fouled, and that will be again on Daniel DeVries. But a couple of years ago, Springs beat CWC here at Springs 86-83. It was a double overtime win, as I believe it was Ottery who hit a 3 at the buzzer to win the basketball game in double overtime. Shot on the way, and that one's good.
Must have been a heck of the night at the ledge, and I'm sure the crowd was bumping.
It was, and I do believe, I think, well, I don't know how I remember this, but the Green Bay Packers played that night in the playoffs.
Okay, that must have been either the Philly game or the Atlanta game, huh?
A couple of years ago, yeah. Corey Neese connecting there. He's got 57-43, a 14-point game now. And here is DeVries. Too hard off the back rim, no. Rebound taken by Springs, and they'll outlet head to Colin Ottery. 2:20 left to go. CWC, I wonder if they'll start to foul here with 2:16 left to go. Lead is 14 points. Neese will go to Ottery. Ottery now. Braskamp tries to get up on him and finds Corey Neese near the mid-stripe. Being worked on by DeYoung. Corey Neese will go inside. He'll flip it over to Gellings. Gellings to Ottery. Threads the needle inside. He stops for a moment. Gets it back over to Ottery. Good ball moving by the Ledgers with under 2 minutes to play. Not throwing up any type of shot. Leading by 14 points. Kyle Krieger likes it. Foul is called on Zonnefeld.
Great job. They just burned at least 40 seconds off the clock on one possession. Unbelievable job of just continuing to move it around the horn. Make sure that you're not having a double team situation to create a chance where the ball goes out of bounds or half court or any of those scenarios. They eluded all of them and are able to go to the line.
Owen Tooney there for the rebound as Colin Ottery misses the free throw. 1:38 left to go. Cody Zonnefeld will get it taken back now, and he'll throw it away, and Corey Neese comes to it. 2-on-1 break here for the Ledgers. Up ahead to Ottery off the window and in. Colin Ottery scoring. Good dime by Neese. Timeout taken on the court. We step aside. We're coming back after this on 96.1 TCX. Academy 59-43 Ledger lead on your scoreboard here. $1:26 left to go. Tyler Fisher, head coach of the Randolph Rockets, sitting right in front of us. Didn't even see him. Our banner's covering that. But again, Tyler Fisher in the house, head coach of the Randolph Rockets. Randolph ranked in the top 10 right now. 3 ball from DeYoung, no. Rebound taken and a foul on CWC. Puts Springs at the line with 1:09 to play. And again, speaking of Randolph, those two teams, Randolph and Oshkosh Lourdes Academy, battling for probably the conference in the Trailways. Shot on the way from Ricky Stagbauer, and that free throw is good. Yeah, it'll be down to Lourdes and Randolph. Two teams have to play each other one more time yet. Oshkosh Lourdes got the better of Randolph in the first go-around. Lead is 17, largest lead of the night for Springs. Coming in now for Springs is Owen Sparts. Austin Fine is also in now. Shot on the way, and that is good. Ricky Stagbauer, 2 of 2 there. He's got a couple of points. And Hunter Braskamp across the line with it. Lead now is 18 points. Van Buren now dumps it inside to Owen Tooney, off the glass and in. Owen Tooney scoring. All of Owen Tooney's 7 points have come in the second half. And got a pass down low. Austin Fine can't hold on to it. And a shot on the way. A 3-ball taken by Springs' Josh Ditter. That one doesn't go. And we got a rebound ripped down by Colton Miedema, who's in for the Crusaders. 30 seconds left to play. And Tooney got fouled.
They're going to get Ditter on that one in the lane. Kind of just stopped and didn't let his man go by. So that's going to give Owen Tooney, I believe, a 4th opportunity at the line tonight.
Get you some names now. Again, Josh Ditter on the floor. Owen Sparts on the floor. Austin Fine on the floor for the Ledgers. Ricky Stagbauer. And also number 10, Aaron Schmitz. And for the Ledgers, got Van Buren, Miedema, Gabe Thompson on the court, Tooney on the court, and Braskamp on the court for Crusaders. 25 seconds left to go. Springs has the basketball, pivoting around, and we'll find Owen Sparts. Sparts now will hand off to Josh Ditter. Ditter goes back over to Ricky Stagbauer with 10 seconds left to play. Crusaders are going to fall to the Ledgers here tonight. 61-46 on your scoreboard. Ledgers throw it away, out of bounds. One more possession for the Crusaders, 2:8 to go. And coming back in is Daniel DeVries. And that will do it from St. Mary's Springs. Final score, Springs 61, Central Wisconsin Christian 46. We will take a timeout and we'll come back with some game analysis and your point totals after this on 96.1 TCX.